Which joins in the back. It also features a beautiful white Bertha collar with handmade crocheted lace. It has a coordinating front floral bib. Her cap features two caps of red stripe. Most shirt decks have red. It features a narrow tie and at the neck you'll notice a gold ring or not. If the costume has a gold ring, the gentleman is married. He did not wear that ring when he went fishing as he did not want to be worried about losing his finger as it would get hooked into the neck. So he would keep that around his neck. The people of Stockport are a very quieter community, kept a little bit to themselves. The gentleman's Stockport costume, as you see here, is made out of a midnight navy blue. You might also see it in a black. It features the beautiful buttons down the front and white braces or suspenders. It has a close-fitting captain's hat. It has a red plaid neckerchief at the top. These were traditionally hand-painted in a manner of painting called stippling. So the ladies were taught, girls were taught how to stipple, which is painting with nails, and then this print was done onto their bib and their cap. It features a plaid overscarf. This is the only women's costume that features a bright red petticoat. Grown again. Groningen was a wealthy community, and the people incorporated some of this wealth into their costume. It features a floral on floral or small other print costume color with a coordinating petticoat. Since she has a purple costume, her petticoat is also purple. It features a beautiful lace apron and shawl with traditionally handmade lace. The caps on this costume are actually 4 separate caps. There's a white 16 they were given, whether it be a headband or a full helmet of solid gold. This is where the people actually kept their money. If the family fell on hard times or needed extra money, they would melt a piece off the gold helmet and then bring it into the jeweler at the time. He would weigh it and then give them guilders in exchange for the gold, which was the part of the cap. Also, the gold buttons at the temples could be either fancy or not, depending on the wealth of the family. The brooch at her scarf, where it meets, is a family tradition. They may have gotten it from their grandparents or a cousin or something like that, some brooch that was in the family, and we let the girls choose their own. Thank you. Dressed like this, traditionally worked and lived downtown. You'll notice it's a much closer fitting pants, like a dress pant. It is also our only sateen vest. The gold chain at the front of the vest represents a gold watch chain. For now, we usually just have gold chains. We found that the gold pocket watches get heavy and they tend to fall off the chain, so we use the chains for the dancing purposes. Now, the gentleman of Achterhoek, you knew how important he was in the community based on the cap. If you will look at his cap compared to some of the other ones, you will notice that his is quite a bit taller. The taller the cap, the more important the gentleman was in his community. Thank you. We have a new revised version of this as well. So, this was the first Friesland costume that we had, and then if you see a costume with longer lace sleeves and a lace apron, with this same shorter cap, that is the updated version of the Friesland. This one features a solid color skirt and blouse, and then they used a lot of lace, since they were not only wealthy, but also that was their little trade that they did, make lace. It features the same 4 undercaps as the Groningen, the white, the black, the gold, originally real gold, and the lace over cap. At her throat, she's wearing coral beads. All of the ladies, except for the Stopworth, wear coral beads at the throat. These were collected on the trade route to the Indies, West Indies. Thank you. You will see different choices of this Dijveveling costume. Today is actually the Queen's birthday of the Netherlands, and she was of the House of Orange. So you may also see this costume in blue and orange. This is the Sunday costume. It's solid black on black and has the beautiful tapestry type scarf over the top. When you see this scarf, it may or may not have beads at the throat and at the trim, depending on what day she was celebrating and how much money the family had. Square instead of the curl. If I saw this lady, I knew which religion she was a part of due to the shape of her hat. There's a wire that runs around the temples, and then it is shaped to what religion they are. If it's rounded at the temples, she was Protestant. If it is squared off at the corners, she is Catholic. Thank you. One of our newer gentlemen's costumes, the only one we have that features the brown type pant. It is like a brown denim. This was a costume that was worn to work in the field, so it features the heavier brown pant with the embroidery. Now you'll notice the large buttons at the waistband. If the gentleman was lost at sea, they would remove the buttons from his pants and sell them. Whatever money was gained from the sale of the buttons would pay for the funeral. This costume features again these striped and small plaid jackets and the ties at the throat. It has a much closer fitting cap. Thank you. We have both the boys and girls Isle of Marken here. The Isle of Marken was originally an island. It is no longer. Hence the short skirt and pants. The gentlemen were fishermen and the ladies were also near the water quite often and did not want their hems and such to be wet, so they had the shorter costume. Paisley type floral, and then the gathered scarf at the neck. It also has two caps, and as you notice I have sisters wearing beautiful costumes, and then the longer flowing eyelet pants over the shoulders. Thank you very much for your attention. In just a few minutes we will have our kindergarten dancing in our fountain. If you have other questions, please feel free to approach the dancers, and if they can't help you, perhaps they know someone who can. Thank you very much.
Fine.